Alright, good morning. We have a first tutorial. We're going to have steak, grilled steak strips, egg omelet, and French toast. First, we're going to take off our watch. We don't cook in jewelry. We're going to wash our hands. 20 seconds, people. We all know that. You definitely don't want to get your family sick. Alright. That's about 25 seconds there, 20 seconds. Boom. Gonna firmly dry. All right. We can start by cracking the eggs for the French toast. Gonna do that. You can just dispose of your eggs right in the sink. You need about 3 eggs. Let's do 4, depending on how many people you're gonna serve. You wanna rinse off that raw egg. Some utensils here. Got my fork. I have a small knife to be able to apply my butter. We're gonna get 1 standard chef knife. Gonna put that back in the sleeve. Put that to the side. We're gonna need that later. We're gonna whip these eggs up a little bit. Everybody, you can put different ingredients. I just put a little bit of sugar. That's it. Sprinkle some of that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even little count, even shake. It's about half a teaspoon. Excuse me, half a tablespoon. That's gonna get a good flavor. Some people use cinnamon and nutmeg, all depending on how you like your French toast. Set that off into the sink, and we're gonna lid this bowl. Since it is raw egg, and we're going to place it at the bottom of the refrigerator. That's going. We're going to take out our eggs for the omelets. We're going to replace these back in the fridge. Remembering proper storage technique. This is fun. Anybody can do this. Quick, ready meals. This meat, we take it out and place it into a bowl because we're going to rinse our meat first. Always want to do that, especially getting it from the store. Rinse our hands. And if it's still slightly frozen, as you thawed it, overnight in the refrigerator, people, never out past an hour. So you stay away from foodborne illnesses and disease. By rinsing the meat and making sure it's clean from the shards of it being cut, you're also thawing those pieces out more. And clean surface, you lay your meat right down. Couple pieces, just like that. And again, it all depends on how many people you're going to be serving. And that's good right there. We're going to go straight into the seasoning. Before that, we're going to turn on our pan. And we're going to apply about 1/4 of butter. Some may not even notice that it's actually labeled right on the side of the butter, depending on the sticks that you get. Or you can use a basic table or teaspoon. Okay, let's get some seasonings. A little bit of garlic. You want to think about it like coloring. You want to cover the surface of the meat, and it looks fair. Get that one there. You don't want to be too heavy. You don't want to be too light. And as you practice and you get comfortable, things mesh very well. Even, it's all in the wrist, like they say, flick of the wrist. It's a shake of the wrist. A little bit of salt to enhance flavor. And just be mindful, the seasonings that we use every day have a lot of salt content in it. That way we can remain healthy. Slightly open, upside down, not over the food. And just nice little shake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's it. Flip that protein over. And to be honest, you're just meshing all these flavors together. Then we're gonna go back over with the same seasonings. Again, you're covering it evenly. That way you get a good flavor. And you smell it. Smell your food. Smell even. My husband taught me that one, the wave of the hand. That gets those aromas in your nose so you know what you're doing. Get familiar with how you're cooking it. And right now, we're looking good. And as you can see, move the camera a little bit. That meat's actually marinating in there good, and you just want to press that in there like that. And those light presses actually is massaging in that flavor before we put it in our warm, hot pan. This is going to be good. There we go. We're going to rinse that one. Rinse our hands off. And then here comes the chef knife. And we're actually just going to, proper technique, you want to have this index finger here. On the other side, you want your thumb here. Almost like you're picking it up this way. And then just wrap your hand around. And you have full motion with the knife. And you just want to have your other hand this way. So no matter how much you move your hand with the knife, you're unable to cut yourself. We're just going to do very basic chopping, slicing. We're going to slice down the middle of the meat. And we're actually making these into nice bite-sized chunks. Removing any extra fat pieces that may not be needed. And see, I'm keeping the same movement with the knife. I'm not cutting faster than my comfortability. I'm creating space. I have a bowl here that I'm going to put the meat in. That way I have clear space to cut. And we're just going to continue making these pieces nice and biteable. It's looking really good too. My butter's melted down good. I'm actually turn it. Place my knife down off to the side, blade out always. So I'm placing my knife down this way, that way, no mistakes. That butter melon, add another little wedge. It's warming up now. You have some protein that's already ready, so we're gonna add it to the pan. No, I would like for you all to become comfortable with cutting. Practice at home. You don't have to be a professional. You're a professional to your family because you provide for them. Or you're providing for yourself. Gourmet foods. Gourmet simply means taking your time. That's what I think. Oh yeah, that's good. can actually see what's going on here. Flip the camera around. And now you can see that cooking. You can see that. That's good. I'm Southern, so until that meat's over too hot, we're going to continue using my bare hand. We're sanitized. And then right to the sink to rinse that off. Gonna get a little soap over here. Just re-sanitize my hand. And as you can tell, I'm using one hand to hold the camera, and that's just basic to keep one hand clean so that you can move around the kitchen. That's cooking up nice. And that's the kind of an element you want. You hear that? It's a good simmer. Okay, we have a little mess here. We're going to clean that up. And then we're going to prepare to get our eggs going for the omelet. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Just like this. We're going to do a light cleanup. Wash out our bowl. Doesn't take but seconds. Right now, that knife is clean. It's actually air drying. Clean the street. I even cleaned my butter knife. And we're ready for the next piece. So we're going to crack our eggs. Keep using two hands. Nice pull away. Those who want to use in one hand in advance. 2 fingers here, one on the other side. Light tap. And it cracks right open. As long as it opens. The shell goes in, not a problem. Even the top shells go in. We're going to just go use a fork. And my finger here. And that shell's out. Right. And that's that. So another shell in there. We're just going to clean that out. And we're good. We're good. Uh-oh. One more. Alright. Now we're good. We're going to give it a little stir. Keep our cheese. Add cheese in. You fill up your cheese about like that, that's about a 1/2 cup. And just so you have a little proof, there you go. Just it. Let's blend it nice. I'm going to show you how that steak is cooking up. Oh yeah, that's pretty right there. That's pretty. And that's what you want. You want your food to be pretty. Presentation, yes. And we're just going to flip those pieces over. Yeah, going to get that going. And to be honest, the same aroma you smelled before you put it in the pan is only heightened now. Oh yeah, this looks great. All right. Now, we're gonna add a few things to it. All right, place the camera back here. A little soy sauce. Seasoning. Right. Actually, a sriracha seasoning. And then I actually have some mojo. Actually, meat is mojo. And we're just going to pour that on there, drizzle that on there nicely. It's going to create a beautiful sauce. And to create a good sauce, you need a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, and water, and let it reduce down. And always go still with that, just that small wedge. That's enough butter. And I have my measuring cup here. Half a tablespoon is all you really need of oil. And you want to pour that ever so slowly. And add that to the 2 of those. And that's going to blend with the butter. And like I said, it's going to reduce down. And we're going to be good. Spoon. Oh, that smells good. And you just want to maneuver these pieces around here and get that flavor and that sauce going good. And it smells remarkable. And sometimes you can use a little wine if you like. It's definitely a plus. That soy sauce is going to give it that same bite. And as you see, that cooked down beautifully. We're going to actually move that to the center here. See that sauce bubbling in there? That's what you want. Now my husband and I like our steak a little medium well. Medium rare. And these are just cooked to medium. So we're actually gonna flip the camera back around. And we're gonna transfer our steak to a bowl. Now that bowl is going to go under lock and key. Little joke. Little inside joke. And we're going to switch over to our egg pan. It's going to be a fresh, clean pan, Teflon. You want to get that on the burner quick. It's going to be, we're going to do the French toast first. You want to cooking is about timing, people. You guys are absolutely correct. Timing and temperature. Do a quick wash out. That's done. Then we're going to get a little bit of oil. pan. Actually, excuse me. This is my egg pan. We're gonna go back to this one. I washed out from the steak. A little bit of oil. So that's enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Let that warm up some. Show you how it looks. That's how you want it to look. Just enough. Gonna go here to my fridge and we're gonna get that egg that we made previously for the French toast. Now, don't panic. The area may get a little conjungled. Just take a few seconds. Put some things away that you don't need. Got those eggs pre-mixed up. That should cover that as well. Put that in the fridge. And leave this in advance. All we have to do now. Right. It's going to go right into this batter egg mix. And actually it's going to cook up real just nicely. Yeah, this one's good. Okay, small intermission. Gotta get this finish going, and I'll be right back.